So tell me this, did we talk about extensions in day one?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just spoke about something like, okay, in Java, if you have a project, in Hybris it is called extension. That is what it means, okay? At this point, we know only that much. Now let us open local extensions.xml file and see. You see some extensions, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You see an extension called MCC, you see an extension called back office, and etc., etc., etc. So electronic store and apparel store will be our demo sites. We'll come back to them later, but just see there are some extensions that are generated when you install a recipe, okay? You install B2C recipe and you see some extensions, okay? How many extensions? Maybe there are 21 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there are 16 extensions, okay? Just remember this number. 16 extensions in local.xml file, in local extensions.xml file when you just installed it, okay? Just keep in mind, and we'll come back to this point later, okay? Now, okay. There is another file called local.properties. Yes, it is an important file, but at this point there is absolutely nothing, okay? You don't need to worry what is there inside. There is nothing. It is more or less like a blank file, okay? We'll come back to this properties file later, but remember we have 16 extensions here. Okay, now Hybris has given me structure inside Hybris folder, okay? And I am paying attention to config, and there is absolutely nothing. Even in data you have nothing, even in logs you have nothing, even in roles and temp you have, pretty much it is just blank thing, okay? Now you need to do a build on the entire code base and everything that is created, okay? So go to bin folder, you can make a note of it. Go to bin folder, go to platform, okay? And using your command prompt, okay? Okay, tell me this. So we spoke about what a build means, okay? Did you guys work on with any build tools?
Yeah, I had experience on Ant build.
Okay, Ant is good. Okay, what else?
Gradle.
Gradle, okay, what else? Maven?
I didn't work on it, but
Yeah, you are familiar with Maven, right? Okay, perfect. So Ant or Maven or Gradle, their intention, all of them do the same kind of stuff like building the project, okay? And how they do, you can go to some YouTube videos, okay? It is pretty straightforward. There is a video called in 28 minutes, okay? Please try to watch that video. You can make a note of it. You can check that video. It was interesting, okay? So just go through that guy. Now, first thing you have to do is you have to set an ant, okay? There are two ways of doing it. Either you can execute the ant command in your command prompt, or do you guys remember how to set system properties?
yes.
Right?
Yep.
So what, tell me generally when you put Java or anything, you put something like Java home or something like that, right? Correct?
Yes, Ram.
So you have your ant folder also inside platform. You can go and put your ant home as an environment variable, or you can just execute. There is a command called set ant.bat. Okay, I have highlighted it. You can see all you need to do is go to your platform folder and do set ant.bat. Okay, if I hit this, it will say ant version 1.9.1. okay, it means that your ant is set.
Set for this specific window, right? Not to the
Yes.
environment.
No. It will not go. I can open and show you my environment window. Okay.
That's okay. I'm good with that.
You can see the easiest way is you can set up there so that you don't need to do set ant every time. Okay.
Okay.
Just to prove the point. Okay. I don't have any ant. All right. Now I have set up my ant. Okay. What next? Ant has some targets. Okay. Something like all, something like clean, If you go through that ANT tutorial, you will easily understand it. I would say today for you, one of the tasks is to understand what are ANT commands, okay? You can go through that. So because this is the first time, I am going to do an ANT clean all, okay? You remember this command, you can write it down. If I say ANT clean all, it is going to work with the system, okay? And it will take a couple of minutes. Now, there are some commands like ANT all and ANT clean all. Do you guys know the difference of what it means, ANT clean all and ANT all?
Clean all will delete if there is any existing cached items, and ant all will build on top of it.
Cached items? Okay. Okay. What you said was exactly, I mean, not exactly right, but it is like this. See, when you do an ANT clean all, it will remove every .class file. Okay? Remember this. It will remove every .class file. When you do an ANT all, it will remove or it will get only the changed .class file. Okay? So ANT clean all means you are creating a system from scratch. ANT all means you are updating the system. You understood this point?
Yes.
So whenever you have a Java change, remember this, you have to write this, okay? Whenever you have a Java change, only Java, to do ANT all only. You should not do ANT clean all. ANT clean all, if you do, there is no wrong, but it will take almost 2 minutes or 3 minutes, which is waste of time. Okay? For me, it took 1 minute 29 seconds. My system is extremely fast. I have a 16 GB RAM. Okay? That is the reason why my system will finish things faster. For you, it will be a little slower if you have 8 GB. Okay? Be aware of that. Now, if there is a Java...
Ram Sirisha here. Can you repeat the difference once again? I'll just mention it.
Okay. ANT clean all will delete all the .class files.
Okay.
Okay. And it will create a new set of files.
Okay.
Whereas ANT all, it will just see what was the delta between your previous and now, and it will just modify only the delta.
Okay, okay.
Okay, got it?
Yeah, got it.
So I did an ANT clean all and it took 1 minute 29 seconds, right? Let me do an ANT all. Okay? And see how much time it is going to take. It took 21 seconds, so 1 minute lesser, okay? So as a developer, you don't want to waste unnecessarily doing ANT clean all again and again, okay? There are certain places where you need to do ANT clean all. I'll come back to that places later on, but first remember, if you have a Java change, do only ANT all, okay? I'll tell you which change will trigger ANT clean all. At this point, just remember, only Java changes, then just do ANT all, it will work out, okay? Now, I did an ANT clean all, my build is successful, now I have to deploy my build, correct? For any application to work, after you have a build, it has to be deployed, right?
Yes, Ram.
Yes. So how do you deploy it? So you have to deploy it into your server, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys know what is a server which Hybris is giving us?
I believe last time you said it's Tomcat.
Tomcat, perfect. Okay, good. Yeah, good memory. Okay. So I will give you one more task for today. Try to identify the difference between Tomcat, Apache Tomcat, and Tomcat Enterprise Edition.
Okay.
Okay. I will discuss with you tomorrow, but I want you to first come up with answers. You can go to Google and find it out, because most people, I mean, it is not a bad thing or a mistake, but people know what Tomcat is, but they don't know what Apache Tomcat and what Tomcat Enterprise Edition means. People think everything is the same, but there is a subtle difference. Okay? Just learn it, and it will be helpful somewhere or other. Maybe somebody like me, when they are interviewing, they'll ask this question. What is the difference between Tomcat and Apache Tomcat? Okay. All right. Now we have done a build. We have our build files ready. All we need to do is to deploy it, right? Now, see this? You have something called Hybris server.bat. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to execute Hybris server.bat. Okay. And it will take almost maybe 1 minute or 1.5 minutes. Depends upon your system configuration. Okay. Let me pause here, and I'm going to entertain you if you have any questions here, because it is going to take time. Please ask any questions if you have. Any question. No question is bad question. Anything is learning here.
Since we have time here, Tomcat and Apache Tomcat. So I believe Apache Tomcat is a web server or Tomcat is a web server?
Okay. I would say both are web servers.
Okay. Then Tomcat EE is an enterprise server? Sorry,
Yes.
application server?
Yeah, it is an application server. Okay. Because you asked me, I'll tell you. So you remember servlet technology?
Java based, and
Yeah, it is Java based.
I think the Tomcat Apache is ABAP, I think, or ABAP database.
No, nothing like that.
So that would be one more project for us.
Okay.
I think Windows based also.
Not like that. I mean, I'm talking about technology here. So you guys have heard about servlet technology, Java servlet technology?
Yes.
Okay. If you have an application which is just written in servlets and JSP, okay, which is just written in servlets and JSP, then Apache Tomcat is sufficient.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
But okay, tell me this. What is your deployment descriptor? Have you heard this word, deployment descriptor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it?
Okay.
Okay.
It have the class files to be deployed.
No. Okay. Okay. It will have all the servlet names and stuff. Okay. Simply you can say web.xml file is a deployment descriptor, right?
Right. Right.
Okay. So you have your web.xml, and whenever you use technologies like Spring, you will specify what kind of Spring technology you are going to use. Okay. Now there are different ways of loading Spring Beans. Okay. You can do a class loader. You can do application context loader. You have multiple ways. Okay. So in web.xml, you will define what, I mean, if you are going to use a Spring, you are going to define your front controller there, correct?
Yes.
You will say my application is a Spring application in your web.xml. You have to be very sure about this guy. I will show you all this. What I'm talking, I'll show you all this. Okay. Now, Apache Tomcat, if you configure it with Spring.xml, I mean, if you configure it with Spring, you know Spring has its own container.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So you are saying to Apache Tomcat, hey, I am going to use Spring for all my processing. Please forward all my requests to Spring. Okay. So here it is like a web server. It is taking a request and it is passing on. Okay. It is not doing any kind of application processing.
Okay.
You understood what I mean by application processing? All your business
Yeah.
logic is your application processing. Okay.
Right.
Otherwise, if you don't have Spring and you are using Apache Tomcat Enterprise Edition, you can write all your code inside that, and Apache Tomcat Enterprise Edition is going to take care of it. Okay, it has its own container. We don't want to deal with all that. Just remember Apache Tomcat, and Tomcat Enterprise Edition. These three are three different things. Okay, we can talk more about it, but already the server is up.
So now we have in Hybris Tomcat or Apache Tomcat?
You find it out and tell me. I'll give you the software. Please find it out and tell me. You want all the answers from me, because it has, you guys have to debug and learn. We have only Tomcat. Okay, we'll talk about it later. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So the server is up. Okay. Now The server is up, and how to access any server when you deploy it onto your local?
Or the local host port number.
And port number. What is a port number? Here we have for Tomcat the port number is always 9001. Okay, hit that.
Ram, can you show me that bat file name that to start that? I forgot to note it down.
Okay, it is set,
Set.
SET set and env.
Not this one, just for starting. Oh, the
Okay.
same one.
Hybris server.bat.
Yeah, hybrid server. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, perfect. So the server is up, and as soon as I hit 9001, I came to one page. Okay, I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, I see one page, and the page name, it says, it says Hybris Administration Console. Okay, and there are a lot of things inside this. Okay, and as we go, we learn about each of them. Okay, now I have a Hybris Administration Console, and I don't know anything about the system at this point. I don't have any idea what this means, what each of this means. Okay, there is a core, scripting, media, web, commons, processing, etc., etc., etc. I don't know really what this means. Okay, also if I go to extensions, it is not allowing me to do anything. It is just saying if you want to proceed, you have to hit initialize. Guys, are you?
Yes.
Okay. Again, remember or note down this point. You are supposed to initialize only once in your company's lifetime. Okay. If you do initialization, everything is gone. You are dead. Your system is dead. Also, you can see they have put some notes here. Before initialization, make sure that there are no users logged in that could buy or edit items. Okay. So imagine you have a website like Flipkart. Do you think it is possible to initialize the Flipkart's whatever system they have again? Once they have already set up, do you think they can initialize anything? They cannot initialize. If they initialize, everything is gone. Their customer data is gone, their product data is gone. They are just kind of dead system. There is absolutely nothing. Okay? Are you with me, guys?
Yeah.
Ram, can I ask one question?
Yeah, go ahead. Please ask questions.
I already have Hybris 5.3 running in my machine.
Okay.
So now our test environment is 5.7, right? The one
Correct.
that you're doing.
Yep.
So can I run 5.7 without running 5.3 and initialize 5.7 again?
Yeah, you can do it. Just copy paste into your C drive or wherever. See, everything you run will become a different instance. Okay.
Okay.
Your DB is different. See, when you talk about a web application, you are talking about your front end, you're talking about your business layer, and you're talking about your DB. All these three things should fall in line. Okay. If you are using 5.3 version, that is a different thing altogether. If you are using a 5.7, I can have 5.3 and 5.7 or 5.0 or 4.6 on the same machine. Only thing you need to take care is, I think after 5.3 or something, only Java 8 version is used.
Okay.
Okay.
And
if you have a
license clash, because since I have already registered.
No. See, you are getting a demo. Okay. What you are using is your demo. It is a developer license. Okay. Developer's license will not clash.
Okay, thank you. Just wanted.
Yeah, don't worry. Just copy paste 5.7 somewhere else and use it. It will work. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay. Now, it is not letting me do anything, so I have no other option but to hit initialize. Okay. Again, initialize means bringing up system from scratch. Okay. Let me initialize it. Guys, remember this. Depends on your system configuration. My initialization is taking almost 10 to 11 minutes. There are situations or there are circumstances where Krish is saying he cannot hear anything. Krish, I don't know how to.
I have no issues.
Yeah, I know because you're talking to me, but maybe he has some issues on his machine. Okay. All right, guys. Okay, let us get back to what is happening here. Okay, where did I stop? Okay, I just hit on initialization and the system is going to initialize, okay? And there's a lot of things that are happening in the background, okay? Meanwhile, can you pay attention to this? The Hybris license is only a demo license and it is valid only for 30 days. That one went away, okay? I can show you that. I cannot stop it, but it says because you have taken a developer license, it is valid only for 30 days. So after 30 days, because if you are using developer license, you have to initialize it. Whereas in production license, it is valid forever, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Now, okay, let us forget Hybris for some time and let us go to Eclipse, okay? Because that is where you are going to develop all your code. Fine?
Yeah.
Okay, I am opening Eclipse. You can pretty much use any version, Mars or whatever version is there.
But JDK has to be 1.8, right?
Yeah, if you are using Hybris 5.7, JDK has to be 1.8. And please don't download JRE and come back and say it is not working. We need a JDK, okay? Okay, another interesting question. What is the difference between JRE and JDK?
The JDK only, right? All the library files. JRE will have just the runtime environment to execute the apps.
Okay.
JDK
Okay.
will have libraries and the required API, I mean, the same.
JRE has compiler.
Okay, good. Okay. Did you guys anytime compare and see what is the difference between JDK and JRE?
Oh no.
No?
At least I didn't do it.
Okay, good. So I have a JRE, I have a JDK, okay?
You don't get compiler, I suppose, with the JDK. I mean, sorry, JRE.
Okay, it is a very tricky question, okay? We can
Okay.
talk about 1,000 things, okay? But I want you guys to pay attention to these guys. I have highlighted some libraries, okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Java exe, Java w.exe, Java wx.exe. I mean, you see there are some exe files, okay? Let me open. So one, oh, sorry, I don't know what I did. List, okay. How many exes? Let me select from here to here. Okay. See how many items you have? 21 exe files you have, right? This is in JRE. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Let us go back to JDK. Okay. And let us do a file type and how many you have here. Okay. Oh, I have to hit shift, not control. Sorry guys, I'm hitting control all the time. So let me select this, come back, select this. So how many you have here?
Almost 51.
I'm almost 51, okay. So from this itself we can understand JDK comes up with lot of other things, okay, apart from JRE. And as Sirisha mentioned, JRE is a basic thing for Java to run, whereas if you want to develop something using some specific libraries and stuff like that, you have to use JDK. So for development it is JDK, for running it is JRE. Got it?
Okay.
Okay, and as he mentioned, you have a compiler here. I think even JRE, bin. Do you see Java C here?
No,
No,
I
you don't
think,
see.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
So that
tried
is one of
once.
the, yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay. All right. So again, I will leave this question for you guys, okay? Because when you go to interviews, we prepare for other things like Spring, etc., 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 but people will ask simple questions like this. Okay, be prepared for this. Now, I have my Eclipse open, okay? It is a fresh thing, okay? I don't have anything else. Okay, let me see whether I have created a workspace. Yeah, I have a workspace. Okay, I don't want to use this because this is my previous workspace.
Ram, just for our understanding, which version of Eclipse you are using?
I am using Eclipse Mars. I just went to Google, I downloaded it, okay? You can use whichever you want. But again, always I prefer using one version lower to the current version because the version which is currently in the market might have some bugs, okay? Which they'll fix it sometime later. So always see what is what is the workflow and just select one version lower.
And like I have already Eclipse with, which is using for the other purpose. That would be fine, right?
Yeah, anything is fine. All you need to do is create a new workspace. You have to create a new folder called workspace_Hybris. Okay.
Okay.
Now open this. I just opened Eclipse. It is loading on my other screen. Okay, just hold on. Okay. File, workspace, other, C workspace. Okay, this is pretty much the same one. I'm going to say okay. Hey, Chris, facing the same issue again, or did you join? Okay, now I have the workbench ready. Okay, now right click, import. Okay, everything, already the projects are there. I said because we have extensions which are nothing but projects which are ready. Okay, so they are existing projects. Guys, if I'm fast, you have to stop me. Okay, Hybris, and all the extensions are under bin folder. Okay, I selected my root folder as bin, and you will see everything here.
Okay.
Okay, and just say finish. All right, you see everything?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and for time being, please stop build automatically because it will create a lot of issues. Okay, first, don't let anything build. Okay, already your ant is taking care of your build. Don't let Eclipse again do a build. Okay, it will just add overhead and do nothing. Let it be like this for now. Let
So
me see where.
we build automatically. That's it.
What is that?
All we need to do is go to project and uncheck build automatically.
Yeah, uncheck build automatically. See, because I stopped build itself, it is just hanging because it is saying not responding now. So I would recommend you guys don't start build automatically now. We will do that. We'll do it later. I'll tell you when to do it.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what is happening here? Yeah, it is almost there. Okay, it is almost there. Okay, guys. So once we have the system ready, okay, let me go a little in depth. Okay, I think this concept will confuse you, so that you have, just be very attentive. Okay, all right, I hit on initialize. Okay, when I hit on initialize, I see something like create essential data and create project data. Okay, let us go back to our English terms. Okay, what do you mean by essential?
Required.
Required. So without that, nothing is going to work, correct?
Yes.
Agreed?
Agree.
Yes.
Okay. And what is project data? The data that is specific for the project. Okay? Without project data, it can still exist, but without essential data, nothing will exist. You understand the difference?
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
So let me take any example, okay? I'll take one example and show you what is project data and what is essential data. Let me go to the apparel store, okay? The store that we'll work mostly in the apparel store, okay? So if you see this, okay, let us understand what an extension and what extension has, okay? I'm sorry, but I have to explain this as well. So do you guys remember how a Java project looks?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So if you look at Java project and you look at extension, they are pretty much same, except what there are some files, okay? There are some extra files, okay? Just to prove the point, let me right click new project and say a Java project, say next, and give a project name like sample or whatever, okay? And say finish, okay? So let me go to sample project. What do you see here? You see only SRC and you see the JRE which is run, which is needed to run that, okay? All right?
Yeah.
Whereas your extension has lot of other files. Agreed?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now let us try to understand what each one means. Okay. I actually thought of taking this tomorrow, but I thought it is good. I introduce you certain terms before I go for tomorrow's class because you'll come prepared. So I see some other files. Okay. I see something like JRE that I will see in Java also. There is something called referenced libraries. What do you think this means?
Dependencies.
Okay. Yeah. Apart from your regular Java runtime environment, there are some other libraries that are needed to execute or for the system to work. Okay. And you know what SRC means. I don't need to explain this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what a test SRC means? Have you guys any time worked on JUnit?
Yes.
Yeah.
So in JUnit, for all the classes you have in SRC, you will write the JUnit classes in test SRC. You agree for that?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is pretty much where you are going to write your JUnit classes, test SRCs. Okay. And there is something called Gen SRC. What do you think this means?
I don't know.
Okay. This is a generated source. Okay. There are some .class files or etc. which are generated during runtime. Okay. If you see the name here, all the names will be something like generated, everything will be generated. These are generated by Hybris. Okay. You have no control over them. Okay. You can say how to, what is it? Sorry.
Do we ever get to modify it or just leave it the way?
See, this is a generated file. Even if you modify, if you do an ant clean all or ant all, it will get overridden. So there is no point. Even if you override a generated file, you cannot manipulate it and use it, right?
Oh, okay.
And you have classes. Okay, okay, let me go back to Java basics. When you do a Java C, what is going to happen for your Java file?
It's going to compile machine language.
Class
It will
file.
compile and it will create a .class file, right?
Yes.
All these .class files will come here. And finally, you have a very important folder. Remember, resources is a very important folder. This is the place where you put all your beans, your Spring configurations, etc. All your config files will go into your resource folders. Every project will have that, every project. So what you have seen in this extension is valid for all these guys. So this one you see there is something called bin here. This bin will have a specific jar file. That's it. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Let us get back to bin later on. I don't want to confuse. So if you look at a basic extension, this is what you will see. Okay? Now, you have a resources and let us open this apparel store. Okay? And let us open this import folder and let us open this core data and sample data. Okay. Now tell me this, In core data and sample data, which will be your essential?
Core.
Perfect. Your sample data will have some essential data, okay? It means using your core data, you are going to set up the system, and using your sample data, you will actually see some data, maybe some products or anything. I can open it and show you. Okay, I don't want to use the word impacts now because we'll come back to it later, but you understood the difference, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have your core data, you have your sample data, okay? So your essential data will pretty much look into your core folder of resources, okay? Whereas your project data will look into the sample data. Got it?
Okay.
Okay.
Now, let me go one step ahead, okay, and show you something. You see something called setup here, the last package,
Yes, sir.
okay? I have an apparel store extension. If you have your any store, okay, any store for that matter, tomorrow, I mean, after at the end of this classes, we are going to create our own store, okay? Even there, you have to write your setup file, okay? Just open the setup file, okay? And you can see there are some services, okay? I'm not going to explain the setup, okay? Don't worry, I'm not going to go too technical because I don't want to overload everything in the same day. If you see, there are some services, right?
Yeah.
Are you
Core
seeing it?
data import service and sample data import service.
So you have some services. Perfect?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let us stop here and talk about what is the word service means.
Basically, it serves a request and provide you a response.
Correct. So it is doing some job for you. Correct?
Yes.
Yes.
You are asking it to do some job and it is doing that job for you. So that a service means. So your setup will have some services which will load all the files that are present inside your resource folders. Did I make the statement very clear, guys?
Can you repeat once again, please?
Okay, your setup has some services, okay, which will read the data present inside the resources folder.
Okay.
Okay. If you are good in Java, I would say please open the service and try to go through it. It is very straightforward. If you know Spring, it is very easy for you. Tomorrow you can explain me more things. If you have good understanding of what dependency injection means, it is straightforward here. Okay, but I will come back to it later. Let us not discuss. All I wanted to introduce is there are some services which are running, which are given by Hybris, which is doing some job. Okay. Now let us stop Eclipse here for some time. I mean, I am going to go back to my screen. Guys, I'm coming back and forth. Is it confusing or is it okay?
It's okay.
It's okay, right?
It is okay.
It is okay. Good. Okay. All right. So our system is all set up. Okay. You can see it says finished. The initialization took 17 minutes. Okay. It will, I mean, generally it used to take 10 minutes, but for some XYZ reason today it took 17 minutes. I hope you guys will do all these steps. Okay. I'm explaining you all this so that you will do it tomorrow.
Yeah,
Now,
we need the server. So
yeah, you guys need to do a lot of hands-on. Okay. Otherwise, it can't be a one-way. You have to do and come up with questions. Only then you are learning. Training means it is not I just come and say something and you guys listen it today and forget it tomorrow. No, you have to try everything and come back. Otherwise, you're paying money, you're putting your time and effort here. So ensure that everything is valued.
understood,
Okay.
Ram, but request is, will you be able to send us the server today or should we wait till tomorrow?
I will send it right after the class.
Okay.
Okay. I will send it right after the class. Don't worry.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Good. All right. So we have our system, everything set up. Okay. Everything is working. No problem. It says everything is finished. Let us open our first Hybris related site. Okay. So Hybris, I don't know, they have used so many words, okay? MCC means multi-channel cockpit,
Yeah.
okay? So you don't need to remember all this, but the username is admin, the password is reverse of admin, it is NIMDA, N-I-M-D-A.
There is a virus with name Nimda, you remember?
I don't know. Okay, good. Let us go to MCC and see what is there. Okay. It says you have access to product cockpit, you have access to management console, you have access to HMC, you have access to web content management system. Okay. You have access to certain systems here, right? Guys, are you with me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Hybris, I said Hybris itself is a framework. Okay. What you are seeing is Hybris UI. Hybris is giving you an UI through which you can access some system. And this UI, everything is developed using a framework called ZCOS. Z is Z as in zebra, KOSS, ZCOS. Okay. You don't need to know about it. Okay. You don't need to learn about it, but it is a Java web framework. Okay. Just remember this. Hybris UI is all done using ZCOS. Okay. ZCOS. And I mean, don't even in dreams, don't think about ZCOS. You don't worry about it. Okay. Just leave it. I just gave you for information. Okay.
Okay.
Now we have opened MCC. The first thing in Hybris you looked at is HAC. HAC is Hybris Administrative Console. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The next thing you need to look at is HMC, Hybris Management Console. How to access it is localhost 9001 HMC/Hybris. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you make a note of this, guys?
Yes.
Okay. So the same username, password, everything is same username, password. It is admin NIMDA. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I said we are going to have 2 demo sites. All right. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, one for apparel, the other
And
one is
another one is electronics. Okay. Now, whatever you see this UI, okay, whatever you see this UI, everything is run through the ZCOS framework. They are going to, I mean, you don't need to worry about it, okay. Just see that all the UIs which Hybris is giving you is run on ZCOS. Okay. Now, let us try to go through our demo site. Okay. I mean, you guys, you can tell me which site you wanted to see. You wanted to see an electronic site or you want to see an apparel site?
Which one our training is going to move forward? Is with apparel or
Both are same. Both are B2C sites. Both are business to customer sites. So anything is good. Okay.
then
So
electronics?
what is that?
Electronics.
Electronics. Okay. All right. So how to know the websites? Okay. What all websites is there? In your HMC, you have something called WCMS, and your WCMS, you have something called websites. If you click on that, whatever websites are there, you can see them. Okay. At this point, we are seeing 3 websites.
Okay.
Okay. The 3 websites are apparel site. DE is German because Hybris is a German company. Okay. So they gave it in German. Hybris site UK, electronic site. Okay. I'll show you all 3 of them today. All 3 I'll show you at least the home page and explain you why they gave DE and why they gave UK. Okay. So how to access the URL? Click on the electronic site. Okay. And just go to properties and you see there is an URL here.
Okay.
Okay. Copy that URL, localhost 9001 and paste it. So do you see our website, the demo site?
Yes.
So this is the home page. Okay? Whatever you're seeing is the home page. Got it?
Got it.
Okay. Now, any website, you can say the first page is home page, okay? Let us go into one of the pages, okay? So if you see whatever you can highlight, these are all kind of categories. Do you agree that?
Yeah.
So let me go to brands or anything, okay? Digital cameras or anything, okay? You remember on day one I said
ELP.
you will see a page called PLP, okay? Product listing page, okay? And PLP is driven through Solar. You have to remember this line and again because in your interviews people are going to ask you this question. PLP is completely driven through your Solar, okay? Did I explain you the reason why it is driven through Solar?
Yeah, it performs indexing, right?
It performs indexing, and if you see PLP on your left side you have something called facet, F-A-C-E-T, facet.
Yes.
Okay, so the reason why Solar is coming into picture is if you click on a facet, the result, right? Everything is indexed and kept here. Solar does that beautiful job of indexing. You don't need to connect to the database to fetch all the details. If I click on cameras, 131 results are instantly loaded, just like that. Okay?
Okay.
So this is PLP. Okay? If I click on anything else, if I click on a product specifically, what you see is called PDP, product description page. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. And see, generally any e-commerce website, if you see the product description page, it will be like this only. On the left hand side you will see the image, okay? On the right hand side you will see the product description. Some lines about description. It says 100K webcam with blue LED and rubber coating, etc., 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 whatever it wants to say, okay? Now beneath this you will see some product details, okay? And generally if you see other websites, you will see some cross sells. You know what a cross sell means?
Go down.
Related sites
Okay.
or something.
So Vijay, if you buy a mobile phone, immediately they will show you can also buy a screen guard, you can also buy a case set, you can also buy a leather case, you can also buy a headset, etc., etc. So the products that are associated with your actual product are called cross sells.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. I can show you one example on Flipkart where you can see a cross sell, okay?
Yeah, Amazon, eBay, everyone has it, right?
Yeah, let me select anything, okay? And see this similar products are, you see this guy? You may be also interested in, because you bought a laptop, he's proposing you can buy backpack, you can buy a mouse, you can buy everything, okay?
Got it.
And
These are called cross sells, right?
I mean, it's a confusing term even for me. See, cross sells is also some similar products sometimes.
Can we say it's a kind of a template that is being used on the PDP?
Yeah, it is a template. Whatever you see, all the pages are templates. Every page you see is a template, okay? Every page, all this data you are seeing is dynamically loaded into the template and displayed it in the front end. Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
If I may ask, what is the templating language that Hybris is using?
Templating language. Hybris has,
Velocity or free
it's a
market?
velocity template.
Okay.
Velocity is the templating language. Okay?
Good.
All right.
Thanks.
So we see a PDP here, okay? And if you add it to cart, it will go get added to cart, and finally you'll go to the payment page. Okay? I want you to be aware of the terminology like home page, PLP, PDP, or payment page or stuff like that. Okay. Now, yeah, let me stop here. Okay, let me stop here and so we have seen one website. Okay, let us go to the other website. Oh, sorry, I have to put localhost. Okay, you see this website?
Yeah.
Okay. So this website is specifically an English website because it is Apparel UK. Okay. If you just change it to D, okay, this is cached, so that is the reason why, and you see it is EN. So let me change it to D. No, not found. Okay, let me go back and open. Okay. Let me go here. Localhost 9001. Okay, this problem is there in, okay, if you see this, these words are definitely German, not English.
Right.
Right? And all these words, you see Marken, streetwear, whatever, these are all German, okay? This image is English image. That is the reason why you see it like that. Okay, the image is English image, whereas the words like registration is changed, whatever, I don't know how to pronounce German, so this is German, okay? So you have two websites on your apparel, you have a single website on your electronics, but if you see your electronics website, they have already given select, but this will not work because you don't have localization set up, okay? Don't worry about it. Just for now, keep in understanding that we have one electronic site and we have two sites. One is in German apparel site and the other one is UK apparel site. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I would say let us complete one order, okay? Let us go and buy one product. Let me go to search electronics UK, cockpit properties, select this guy, go here. Okay, I have to put localhost. Okay. Guys, are you still with me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, let me go and buy one product, okay? Let me add it to the cart. As soon as you add, it will say checkout, okay? So it will say checkout. And when you hit checkout, because you are a new user, any website will say, hey, you have not registered, please register and then buy. You agree to this point?
Yeah.
So let me put something like test.test.com and then do a checkout and select some country because we are buying it in UK. Let us put just UK and this is all junk, okay? Whatever you want you can put. I just wanted to finish one order, okay? And here you have come to your payment page, okay? Select a Visa card. Okay. See, always credit card number should not be saved, correct? All other name, etc. where, I mean, it is auto save, whereas credit card is disabled for that. You see the difference? I was able to load the name test without typing, whereas I cannot load credit card number that I've used previously.
Right.
Okay, and credit card verification, any number 1, 2, 3 or whatever. Expiry date is any date greater than today. Okay, and put use as my delivery address. Now, if I hit next, most probably you'll go to an error. Okay, I'll leave this question for you guys. You see the URL here? It says localhost 9002 Y accelerator storefront / electronics / en checkout, etc., etc., etc. If I hit next, I'm sent to an error page. Do you see the URL here?
Yeah. Yes.
So instead of localhost, it is something like electronics.local. Okay.
Yeah.
So how to correct this problem is, go to your HAC, okay? Go to your platform and you see something called configuration. Okay?
Okay.
Here, I will explain you all this tomorrow. Today I just started it, okay? I'm not going to just say and leave it. I'll explain it tomorrow to you. Electronics. See, you see this website?
Yes.
It is more or less like electronics.local. Okay, that same thing which is giving you error. Okay, so instead of electronics.local, put localhost. Guys, we'll come back to this point tomorrow. Please don't panic if you don't understand what I'm doing. So I gave localhost. Let me also change it here.
It automatically saves as soon as you tab out?
Yes. All fields in Hybris automatically saves, okay? But I mean, again, see this? This configuration properties, if I do an apply all, it is going to be retained only for this session, the running session. You understand this point?
Okay, got it.
Tomorrow if I come back and open HAC, all these values will go away. It will be the previous values.
Okay.
In this for purpose of today's session. If you want to permanently override them, I will tell you how to do it tomorrow. Okay? I know, I mean, I want you to introduce to this so that tomorrow you are sure what I'm going to talk about. So if you want to make any property changes during the runtime, you have to come to your HAC and change it here. I'll say apply all. It says 4 values changed. Okay, very good. Let me just go back and put these values. Verification number 111, some expiry date, use delivery address, say next. So now it is having no error. You can see the URL is changed, okay? And finally you will go and click say place order. It will say thanks for placing order. And that is called the thank you page, okay? So when you do this, generally in all other websites, our e-commerce websites, you will receive an email, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have not configured any email with test.test.com, so I can't access this. I will show you how to use, I mean, using my Gmail, okay? I have a Gmail address call. Guys, if you have any questions, please send out all your questions to hybrissessions@gmail.com. hybrissessions@gmail.com.
Can you type it in the chat window?
Yes, to everyone. hybrissessions@gmail.com. Okay, let me also type at Gmail. Go ahead and post your questions, okay? But again, I cannot keep answering you every day or every minute you send. You can either discuss it in class, or if there is anything, I am okay to spend some time in the weekends also, okay? I can give you a call or you guys can call me and we can talk, no problem. Okay, so we started our e-commerce website today and our demo website, and we went ahead and we placed an order. Perfect? Everything clear till here?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I am done with today's class, okay? I pretty much explained how to set up your Hybris. We did Eclipse setup. We talked about the demo site. We talked about the kinds of pages, and finally we completed an order. I am done for today. Any questions? I have 10 minutes of time for any questions. Any questions?
So Ram, like B2C we are seeing, right? So I mean, how generally, like we have commerce side mostly will be only B2C, or like the implementations on B2B also we have.
Okay. See, generally, if you are running an e-commerce business, it should be B2C, okay?
Yeah.
If you have only limited set of audience, like if you are a dealer and you are selling only to specific people, you are a big company and you wanted to deal only with dealers, you don't want to go to customers, okay?
Okay.
For example, I will show you there is one, okay, Sonos speakers. Let me go to Sonos website. Okay, these guys are, I mean, they're selling it. This is a B2C. I have seen some websites where when I wanted to buy a product, it is saying, go find your dealer. Okay. Example. Okay. You see this?
Yeah.
So these guys, yeah, if you see this website, it is both B2B and B2C.
Okay.
You can go and buy it here. You can go and buy it through retailers.
Okay.
So if you ask me, B2C is an enhanced version. B2B is a little lower version. B2C covers everything.
Okay.
So if you want to start an e-commerce company or e-commerce engine, please do B2C. It will be accessible to larger audience.
Okay.
Okay.
So, but technically it's both are same, right?
Both are, I mean, there are subtle differences, okay,
Actual
very
letters.
simple differences, but if you know B2C, you should knock down B2B. It is easy.
Okay.
See, tell me this, a website like Amazon and Flipkart will have higher traffic, or a website which is restricted to dealers will have higher traffic?
Yeah, definitely. B2C
Definitely,
will
right?
have, yeah.
So with Amazon, you are hitting almost 1 million users.
Yeah.
Whereas simple websites, okay, even if you look at apple.com, if you look at apple.com, you can check for Apple dealers or something. Apple,
Price dealers or something.
something like that. I mean, I have seen some websites where, okay, okay, Dell.com is definitely a consumer website. It is a B2B, okay. Whereas if you see a website like, okay, there is a consumer website also, okay. It is only for enterprise. Do you guys know what is the difference between enterprise and consumer?
Yeah.
What is the difference?
It's enterprise in the sense it's for their local partners and for their transactions.
Perfect, okay. So tell me this, if you want to buy something from Dell.com, at max you'll go and order one laptop, not more than that, right?
Right.
Whereas if you see this website, emc.com, or where they sell, this is only enterprise work, okay?
Right. Mm.
So if you go here and select products, the storage products and all, I'm sure no consumer will buy them, only enterprises will buy them.
Right.
So this website is specifically designed for enterprises, whereas Dell.com is for regular users, like Amazon.com. Anybody can go and buy.
Yeah.
Okay?
So, but yeah.
Yeah.
So, but the template wise and the UI wise, I mean, technically
Everything,
both are
everything will be
same, but the
almost
configuration.
same. I
Yeah.
don't want to say exactly same. It will be almost same. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Any
Ram,
other question?
yeah. When we are traversing from home page to PLP and from PLP to PDP and from PDP to payment, do you maintain any breadcrumbs in here so that we
Yeah,
can?
you have breadcrumbs there. You can see them. You didn't see them?
Sorry, I didn't pay attention.
You didn't pay attention. Okay, no problem.
I
So
mean,
if, yeah,
I've
no
been
problem.
listening to you, but
You,
not to
you,
this.
you see
Yeah.
this? You see this? Homes, brands,
Yeah.
Canon.
Yeah. Yeah.
So breadcrumbs are already there. Hybris is giving you all that.
Okay. Do we make any specific extra coding to have this, or it comes with it?
So out of the box it comes.
Okay.
Okay. But there are certain situations where you want more details in breadcrumbs.
Okay. Yeah. Since you have already been working on this, you know more of the client requirements.
Yeah. See, it depends on use case, okay? There are certain websites. Let me look at Home Depot. This is my favorite website, okay?
Yeah, you're part of it, right?
Yep. So let me, it's my trees. Yeah, this also has breadcrumbs, yes. I pretty much worked on the PDP and PLP, not more than that, because after that it is going to be really difficult. I also did with PayPal integration. We did that as well.
Okay.
But yeah.
And one more quick question. I always had this question like, once we enter our credit card information, it goes and validates, right?
Hmm.
So where does this validation service comes from? Is it in-house of Home Depot, or is it talks to Visa, Master, or whatever the
Okay.
service it has?
See, we have two kinds of validation there, okay? First thing is your basic validation. Basic validation is if you put instead of credit card number, if see we accidentally type our name instead of credit card numbers many times, right?
Yeah.
So you are putting an alphabet, a character instead of a number there,
Yes.
correct? So that validation should happen within your system, okay? Because you are doing a basic validation of verifying whether the customer has given the right values, okay? Right values, you hit the payment gateway, it goes to the external system and the external system validates it again there.
Yeah, that
How they,
go ahead.
Yeah, how they validate it is nowadays they have something called OTP, right? One-time password.
Okay.
So there it will ask you, hey, can you give your one-time password, or can you type in any specific keyword or password or something like that. So you have two validations. One, the basic validation, other one is your payment validation.
Okay, so this one-time password is something specific to that card, right?
Yes, it is specific and it is done by the vendor. It is done by the third party. You have no control over it.
Yeah, that's my question. So
Yeah.
usually those vendors are related to a specific Visa, I mean type of the card, like Visa, MasterCard.
Yeah, see, for suppose if you do in banking in Citibank, okay, if you make a payment or anything, okay, Citibank will have only one-time passwords. Whereas if you do something in HDFC, you can either do one-time password or there is something called a password which you create, okay, to make online transactions.
Okay.
You can use both of them. So it depends from client to client. It depends on that party. We have no control over it.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so I mean, I want 1 minute feedback from you. Like, was it fast? Am I talking too many technical? Because I got feedback saying, I mean, there were too many technical things that I spoke. So I tried to slow down things. So how did it go overall?
I like this session better than the one before.
Okay.
Yeah, me.
So
Me too, Ram.
yeah, that one was intended to showcase a lot of things. Okay, this one is the actual course. So people can like it, people can dislike it. There are people who look for such kind of session. If I start this one in day one, people will think he is going to talk about the same thing again and again. I didn't want them to get that opinion.
So would you like to give us our email addresses here, or?
I will pass it on to the instructor, and he is going to, because I don't have your emails. Okay, I cannot send it to everybody. So he is going to pass it to you. Don't worry. He will do it right now. I'm going to talk to him right after this, and I'm going to pass it.
So with the server software, do you share some links which we can go through on the daytime? I mean, maybe if it is required to know anything.
Yeah, you see, you will have so much of time to do all that. For time being, try to just install the system and browse through it. Okay. I introduce you HAC, HMC. Just go through HAC, HMC, that website. Try to bring up our demo sites. Go through all the pages. Try to perform the transaction. Just get a feel of the Hybris system first.
Yeah.
Definitely, you will. I'll tell you, you will have so much of reading to do later on. You have at least 2 months of reading. So conserve all your energies. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, I will pass on this the 5.7 code, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. So in this class, is it myself, Sirisha, Kunal, and yourself? That's it.
There was a guy called Krish, and he said he cannot hear anything.
Okay.
One question, Ram.
Ah.
Ram, one question. Would you be able to give us the latest version, the Hybris 6 version?
Yeah, if you
Or
want,
it's
I
not
can give that. I can give you both, okay? But your wish, what you want to do. You want to play with 6, play with it. But ensure you
What
have
is preferred?
Java.
What do you suggest? Like, I
I would
will ask
suggest
you.
7. I would suggest 7 because
7,
is
okay.
already in market since last September.
You mean 5.7?
Oh,
right?
is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
No. 7, just 6.
No.
I think
I'm
6 is
saying
already
I'm
launched.
saying 5.7. I'm saying 5.7. 5.7 is in market.
No, there is
since
6. Yeah. No, 6, I think, is just launched like 2-3 weeks back.
3 months back. I mean, sometime I didn't pay attention to when 6 was released, but we are working on 7. All projects at this point are working on 5.7.
Okay.
Okay, because see every time, and okay, did you get this news? Hybris is also moving
because
to
it's
financial sectors.
yeah.
Did you get this news?
Yes, they are. I think getting the new billing accelerators and for billing systems.
Yep,
Yeah.
they are moving more towards financials also. Okay, so next 10 years.
Yeah, it's a new, I think, replacement of CRM.
Yeah, everything will change. Things will change and be more controlled.
And what about
yeah
C4C? How is different?
What is
Cloud
that?
for customer, C4C.
See, cloud for customer, I would say, I mean, first of all, tell me this, why do you go for cloud?
If you don't have
To better data
No, it is not better data or
accessibility.
anything. It is, if you don't have money, you'll go to cloud, okay? If you have money, you'll put up your data.
Yeah, that's true also.
Yeah, that is the truth,
Instead
okay?
of maintaining in the on-premise, you can take the cloud.
Sorry, I didn't understand it, Sirisha. Can you repeat? Hello? Okay. So,
Okay, yeah, thanks.
yeah, I mean, it's like this. If you have money, most big companies will go for their own data centers. If you are a startup, you have to go with cloud. And definitely all this cloud servicing companies, cloud service providers, it is good time for them because if you want to start an organization and you have your own data and you cannot invest millions of dollars in buying servers, it is better to go with cloud. You understood?
Yes. But I think SAP is also steering their like motive to use all the companies in cloud.
See, the reason is, first thing, it is cost effective, okay?
Yeah.
And you don't need to spend millions of dollars, okay? If you buy server, if you buy SAP Cloud or some Amazon Cloud or something, it is very easy for you to set up because cloud is like, which is easier, to buy a home or to rent a home?
Yeah, right.
Buying a home involves too many things, right? So much money, everything. Whereas if you want to rent a home, it is easy.
Correct.
Okay. All right. I will pass on the softwares to you guys. I would recommend to use 5.7 and let us.
Okay, yeah, thanks. Yeah,
Okay.
no problem.
but please
See you
provide.
guys.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. Yeah. See you guys.